Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. On first down, it's Cutler. Lee's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Cutler on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Second and 10. It's Cutler again. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, 55 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Charles trotting out now the NFL leader in passing yardage this season. A lot of people just assumed it was Matt Ryan, but no, it was Drew Brees as the Saints take the field. 5,208 yards, his fifth time throwing for over 5,000 in a season.
Isn't he the only one who's thrown for over 5,000 yards more than once in an NFL season? So he's made that his benchmark, which tells you about his excellence. Absolutely unbelievable what he gets done, how they run offense in New Orleans. They've got to support him with better defense. If they improve there, they're a playoff team.
10 yards still left on second down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And the guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes...
And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Danny Trevathan with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there, and it'll bring up third down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And this is caught. It's White for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears will extend their lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8 for Ingram. He topped the 1,000-yard mark this year for the first time in his 6-year career.
Didn't he just come out of Alabama last year?
That's what it feels like, right?
I mean, it's amazing.
6 seasons he's had.
Won a Heisman Trophy there. Finally over 1,000 yards as a pro. And he increased his number of long runs, becoming a much better ball carrier into the secondary. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Cutler, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here's Murphy. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw, it's Breeze. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, Langford. And he will lose. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they will take a knee here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final play of the half. It's Cutler. And this is complete to Zach Miller. So we come upon half. Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty. Whatever, your wish, our command. Third quarter now. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Throwing the, now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Mariani. Look at the dance and the juke. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New Orleans defense, we get set to watch them go. And not too long ago, the last drive, they had the 4th down stop. Set the offense up in great field position. They'll be looking to do that once more.
And as a general rule, no matter...
Jeremy Langford. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Langford, 52 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Gold to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game, but one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. Offense needs 11, have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to...
Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. It's complete to Flater. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 13 yards on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Again, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. On the stop, James Laurinaitis. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know he stays what we call clean and no one gets to him. The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike, that means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play. 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Jeremy Langford, 83 yards, and the Bears will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.